Hey everyone, and welcome back to Crashlander on... Oops. Guess he wants to sleep. Crashlander on Scrap Mechanic. I'm back at the base. Shop, whatever. Last episode, I technically should have been here. But whatever. I got a comment. I think it might have been from one of the creators of this. By the way they worded it, it seemed like it was one of the people that worked on this mod, but either way. Apparently, glass is made in a smelter, which I didn't know there was one. I could have sworn I saw glass in just one of the workbenches, but it does make sense. And I think, if I actually think about it, one of these is the smelter. Yeah, smeltery. So I need to build that for glass and stuff. They also said something about something else, but I don't remember what they said at the moment. I'm just gonna... I was making more floor and wall. I need to finish the floor on the bottom level, and I need to make the wall for the stairwell and stuff. Oh yeah, they also mentioned that my generators weren't working because I wasn't connecting it to the bearing. I was thinking the physical connection of the bearing, not like this. So they're working again. Or now, I should say. I had one before and I completely forgot that I had to do that. Either way, the cutter is actually almost full now. It's getting there. I need more water, but like I said, I was making that concrete and bricks and stuff. Either way, what was I doing? Oh yeah, smelter. I am just kind of all over the place at the moment. Metal block 2. Do I not have metal block 2? That's 3. Metal block 2. And then I needed a couple of those and circuit boards. And then I don't think I have any more of the connectors. Oh, I do. I happen to have 2. Just enough. Sweet. So we'll wait for that to build, and then it says it needs... Oh, okay, it just says required machine. I thought it was like requires a machine for certain ones, but... Hopefully now I can turn the stone into sand, which is probably with this one. Yep, stone into sand, and then use this to turn the sand into glass and stuff. Yes. And it makes metals for probably a lot cheaper. So for 25 metal block 1, it's 20 and 7. If I go over to here like I have been doing, 15 for 15 and 5. This was 25. So yeah, you're getting 5 more metal block, and it's only 2 more coal. That's not bad. So now I can make glass, and can make the lights that I've been waiting so long to make. Okay. Now I need to learn to go to this instead of going to that for everything. So I need to make sand, which was in this one, which just requires stone, which I should have quite a bit of if I would go into the right chest. Of course, it's the last one I go to. Okay, I need to get rid of this stuff for the moment, and then this stuff can go back away. That should go there. Chests sound funny when you open them. Okay. I've got a bunch of stone waiting down in the refinery too, and I found that like quarry kind of thing in the last episode, I think it was. So I can just make most of this into sand and glass and can start lighting this place how I want to, not with torches. I'll probably color the lights like a dark orange just to keep the warm lighting in certain places. And then the other lights will be like a white, maybe a bit bluish, whatever. Just so you can see details better and whatnot. I need ember and coal. I should have plenty of coal as well. Because there was a while where I was just getting tons of resources to build everything else. I need to have a sip of my coffee. Okay, that should be better. Allergy season again, so my nose and everything's all bad. Throat's really dry right now. Sweet. So now that the glass is going, I can then use the glass. I'm going to use the one that's in the truck. I need to make light bulbs, which is copper, glue, and glass. I have tons of copper, but I don't have glue, because it would be in here with the clams. Actually, that's gonna move up there. So, I'll check these other ones really quick, but I'm pretty sure I used the rest of it doing the generators or something. So yeah, I need to go get glue. So that gives me a chance to finally use for the first time the oxygen tank and the flippers, because I might as well. I'm just gonna leave that to do its thing. I'm going to move the cutter over here, and I'm gonna take the truck, because I'm just going down to the water. Fuel. There's no fuel tank on it. Ooh, low. Okay. Okay, let's go. This was the first vehicle I built in this playthrough, and I hardly drive it anymore, but I still have it. There's no way I'm destroying it. I also don't need to. It still works for little stuff like this. I take it over into the woods for getting blueberries, take it over to the water, just nearby stuff. I might change it up a little bit. I would kind of like to put smaller wheels on it and just make it look better, actually finish it finally. But I'd like to complete the base and the cozy first, or I could just rebuild it. Do it out of metal and build a new one that's based on this, like the shape and stuff, but actually looks better. I don't know. Okay. This goes on in the I menu, the backpack. No, that's inventory, Control R. There we go. Okay, extra. Where does it go? On my back. That makes sense. I still need to make a new helmet and stuff. Okay. I now have that and flippers. Ooh, I gotta check something really quick. Okay, good. I edited my save, like my character's save file, because you can change your character and it's the same through it all, whatever. I did a video on it. I don't have a backpack. Normally in this, you have to have a backpack. You can't choose no backpack. But I don't like always having a backpack on. So I took it off. I'm not sure how exactly this works. I think I need to be out of the water. Does it give me the description? Tank that goes on your back and gives you more breathing time can be equipped by opening the equipment menu. Control R by default in the torso slots. So it just extends your time? I wasn't sure if I could tell, like, it actually giving me more time, that's all. Okay. Clams! I wonder if... sorry. Like I said, allergies. I wonder if there's a better way to get this, because glow you can get by bringing these guys to land and using a vacuum or something to put the cardboard in front of them and then use another one to suck it up. Might as well grab the oil. Yes, I'm pretty sure you can do that. So you can get glow for stuff really easy. And then even if you don't do that, you just make a ton of cardboard, come down, and just make a big like cardboard tower. Just drag layers out and build it up, and then swim around. Like you do that when you first come into the water. Actually, I should have done that, especially since I'm making lights. I'm gonna run back and get cardboard so I can actually do what I'm explaining. But either way, I parked over there. Actually, I will explain the rest of it when I come back and just cut out going and getting more, or going and getting cardboard, so I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I made some cardboard, and then when I came back here it was nighttime, so I was just running around and collecting some stuff that I could use in general, because we won't be able to see anything under the water if it's nighttime. Either way, I now have the cardboard, so I can actually show what I was talking about with the glow bugs. That look an awful lot like axolotls, which are absolutely adorable, by the way. Which is the axolot picture, actually. Where did he go? There he is. So, go near one of them, find a nice high spot, that, and put out however many stacks of cardboard we have. Go for some air. Dolphin. Then we pick up our little friend here. Just hold right click on them and carefully put them down. These guys are very weak and very easy to kill, and you can throw them. And it also looks absolutely adorable while you're carrying them. But he should slowly eat the cardboard. Should. So while he's doing his thing, I think you can also kill them to get glow, but I don't want to kill them, so. It's like even with the wolves in this, I only kill them because they attack me. Here we go. Oops. I will probably speed up or just cut out the rest of this, because this is one of those grindy things that you just kind of have to do from time to time. Oh, there's another glow bug. Come on, buddy. Yeah, in the third person view, as you can see, you hold them out in front of you, not like in one hand off to the side. And when you're playing multiplayer, it just looks hilarious. If I remember, I will have put up a picture. I also don't really watch my videos before uploading them. There we go, now they're starting to eat. Depending on my video, the ones that are just kind of straightforward, I don't really listen to much of them before I upload them in editing. I just kind of skim through it and cut where I need to, and so on. So I tend to forget about putting up certain pictures at times. How much do I have? I also dropped off what I had from before when I was at the base, so I don't know like how much I have in total at the moment. I also dropped off the pickaxe, the wood axe, and the weld tool. Yes, and the weld tool, which I probably should have kept on me. Just because I don't always need them on me. I'm thinking of putting a chest behind the driver's seat and passenger seat in the cozy. And then I'll put the stuff I don't need on me, but would be nice to always have with me in the cozy, because I take that around most of the time, and if I'm at the shop, the cozy's there. If I'm going at a long distance where I would need those, it's with the cozy and the motorhome outfit. So I also can't remember if fish are in the vanilla game or not. I really don't need to be picking up oil right now, because there's a spot that I can go to near the main base that is just an oil puddle, and I can fill up a chest in a few seconds. I haven't noticed any other glow bugs in this area either. I don't know how they spawn. Sometimes I see them fairly close, sometimes they're pretty far apart. That fish... Oh! I could have sworn they were just gonna go right through it. Their programming is actually pretty good. For fish, something you don't really see in this often. I wish we could make submarines. I plan on making a boat. It's not going to be a very good boat, but I plan on making a boat. But I really wish there was a way to make a submarine. We could probably build one of those things that, they look like a shark, usually. I forget what they're called. And then they use like a jet ski engine or something, and because of how they're made, you can skim across the top of the water like a normal boat, or you can dive for a few seconds and like come back up and jump and stuff. We could probably build one of those, which would be pretty cool. Especially with having the air tank, we would be limited to our person's breath, not the engine starving of oxygen. I'll make some propellers, at least, when I get back to the base at some point. Probably in between episodes. And I'll see what I can come up with. I can't test it in a creative world, because Crashlander is a custom world type. Game type, whatever. It's modded survival. I don't know if I can combine this mod with the creative survival mod or not. I don't think so, because they're both the same type of mod. I'll see what I can do. I could always just use Cheat Engine and then make a new save, and then use Cheat Engine to give myself a ton of things. Okay, I'm going to head back to the base, because that should be plenty for now. And then I'll get some lights made finally, which means I'm going to have to start making more logic stuff, which shouldn't be too hard. And I'm going to have to remember how to do the logic stuff. I was decent at one point, nothing like, who was it? Lucy Digger, maybe? That made the ColecoVision, I think it was. Like, people make full-on game consoles in this. It's crazy. Kind of like in Minecraft. I'm not that good. Especially now. So hopefully I can at least get my old lighting system figured out again for the truck and the cozy and stuff. And then I can put the spinning caution light on the cutter and so on. But either way, I will be back once I get to the base. Okay, we are back. Going to put the oil in the oil chest. Just put everything away at the moment. I also made a little bit more glass while I was here making the cardboard because why not? Everything I need for the glass is right here at the moment. Okay, so I already had 19, which is good. This stuff goes here. The flowers, the corn is currently on the cozy. Open up, come on. I need to upgrade some of these controllers just so doors will open faster. Okay. The gas can go in here. Gasoline. The go-go juice. And then the rest goes over here. Wow, I actually remembered. And then once I move all of this stuff again to make the sorting system, I'm gonna have to relearn it all again, but at least once the sorting system is built, it will have what it is on front of the chest, and I won't have to guess or look in every single one. Okay, so now I need a chemistry bench. Yes. Oh, you can make glue out of that stuff too. That's another thing I like about this mod is you have so many options on making things. Some things can be made in different items, but to different amounts, like I said, whatever words. Like how I found out earlier. The metal, you get more in the smeltery, which makes sense. But once I put this down in the bottom, in the like actual shop area, because this is supposed to just be a garage. Once this is down in the bottom, I'm also going to make it look like there's a vent or something over the exhaust because there's a ton of black smoke. So I just want to take that into account with the building design, so it's like there's been an effort made to not smoke out the building, but even though in game it really doesn't matter. Actually, that's one thing that I like about Valheim. I can't remember details at the moment to explain what it is, but it's a survival game. And Valheim. If you know anything about like Valheim and stuff, it's based on that. Well, yeah, that's why I made that hole. Either way, when you build your house, you have to have some kind of fire pit in it for warmth and like cooking and stuff. But if you just put a solid roof over it, you'll trap all the smoke in and you'll die from smoke inhalation. So you actually have to put like a little chimney or opening in the roof to get the smoke out. It's little details like that in games that really matter. I should be able to make some lights now. I should have had all of this stuff going at the same time instead of just rambling and whatever. So first of all, I'm going to have that make sand. And then what do I need for a light bulb? Copper. And then I can use the light bulb and metal to do that, but I need light bulbs, and a bunch of them. Yeah. Light bulbs and fluorescent tubes. So I'll make a bunch of light bulbs first since I need them primarily. Yeah, and then I'll make the other stuff. So I need copper, which I will grab out of this chest. I'm pretty much out of inventory space. Finally making light bulbs. Oops, that would help. Then I can get the sand out of there immediately. Oh, it's so nice to be making light bulbs. This makes me happy. This is just the normal workbench, so I can use this one to make the sand, and then this one to make the light bulbs. You only get one per all of this, but that's not too bad. And I don't need tons of them. I need 6 for the front of the cozy, 6 for the front of vehicles because I like having high beam, low beam, and a turn signal. I then need 6 for the back, roughly, depending on how detailed I want to go with the lighting system. And then, if I feel like it, maybe 8 for the back. And then, if I feel like it again, maybe 1 along the side somewhere. The cutter technically only needs 3 headlights and the one on top. I do like putting taillights on it, just because, you know, safety reasons. But I'm also thinking of putting a light on the cutting head. I think that'd be a neat little addition and a good, idea, a good little update. Because that thing has been the way it is for years. I haven't adjusted anything about it. What can I get rid of? I guess I will... Oh yeah, this thing's backwards. I usually have it in the other way. I'm going to put some stuff in here for now. Just because I don't need it while I'm making stuff. And then I'll just put it back in after. Sweet. So let's grab some metal block 1, which... do I have any? I might not have any. I thought I did. I probably used it to make other stuff. Okay. No, I want to use this stuff. And then I should have what I need on me. I do. Sweet. So I can use this to make metal block and glass. Once I move everything downstairs, I'm going to make the storage system first, probably. I am going to move all of this downstairs, but I'm going to make, the sorting system first because it'll need the most space down here. This thing's already down here. Either way, because it'll take up the most space. These will be tubes rather than chests, just going straight into the sorting system. And then I'll probably have some kind of vacuum up top that I can just drop stuff in front of, turn on, drop stuff, and then have it suck stuff into the sorting system as well. I will probably have the storage along this wall, just because it's one long wall and it'll probably be easier to do it that way. So the tubes will come down over and then to this side since it's closer. And then I can run the input for the oil up there, down and in. And then same with the water that's just over there. I'll put some tubes, because I can make those tubes now too. This makes me happy. I will put a screenshot of the comments of the person that gave me the tips in at some point, probably now. But yeah, that's the plan, and it can finally happen, and I can finally finish this place, and it'll be happy. But what I was getting at is I'm going to do the storage system first, and then I'm going to probably have 2 of each of these items. So 2 of the workbenches, 2 smelters, 2 everything, to maximize the space and like time and just whatever, so on. You know what I mean? So there's 6. I need to make 1 more batch like that, which means I now need 6 more light bulbs. And then that'll be enough to at least do the minimum of what I want to do with the cozy. I still need to fix the front end because that's not supposed to be rounded like that. And that isn't supposed to be angled like that either. And then I would like to update the wedges that I'm using, because those are the old legacy ones. Because we have ones you can drag now. Oh yeah, I was making something in here as well, the sand, wasn't I? Yes. Inventory is full. Ooh, I got an achievement though, let there be light. Okay, I might as well put these on the cozy while I'm getting them. And it's going to be a bit laggy, but that is okay. I only have the 3 for now. I thought I had 6. No, it was still making them. Yep. Inventory's full again. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that makes me so happy. And I like how it looks with how I made the RV outfit bigger than the normal one and have it hanging off the back a little bit. I just think that looks kind of cool. I am going to add a couple lights to the outfit itself because, you know, I should, and it'll look better, look more proper. But there's something about having it hang over like this that I like. It looks cool. I should put an extra spare tire on the back as well. Make it look like an overlanding truck or something. That'd be really cool. Either way, I'm over time now, unfortunately. So, it is outro time. I'm actually really enjoying this. I love building in Scrap Mechanic. I'm not into survival games, really. It's the building in this that I like. I've been playing this since just before it came out on Steam, so years. And I will probably continue to play it for years alongside the people in my Discord because awesomeness. I don't know. Either way, unfortunately, as usual, if you have any tips, tricks, questions, anything you want me to check out, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And as always, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.